Hi guys, my name's Tim. Welcome to another episode of Southern Exposure. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be cutting up some southern yellow pine into full-size 2-inch by 6-inch by 16 foot long for a customer. He needs roughly around 20 boards coming off of these. These logs right here were cut down out of a field. They had no other growth around them, so they weren't really competing for sunlight, so they didn't get that tall. However, they did get quite large around. So let me show you them logs right now. All right, just for instance, the end of this log right here is 16 inches. There's quite a bit of taper inside of this log. It's 16 inches on this end and 12 inches on the other end. For the most part, they're pretty round. However, there is quite a bit of taper, so I have raised the toe board on the small end and to take and bring that up. However, just like Mark Galici says, whatever you gain on one side, you lose on the other. So you got to keep that in mind. And if you look right here where the pith is coming around it, the juvenile wood is quite large growth rings, and we have quite a bit of sap in there too. That sap that's in there, being the heartwood, heart pine, whatever you want to call it, that sap is going to make that blade traveling through it pretty rough. That blade's going to gum up a lot. So changing out the cooling fluid for the band mill and just put straight diesel fuel in there, because the diesel fuel cut that pine pitch a whole lot better than straight water or water soap mix or water pine sol mix, whatever you got. So I'll show you the other end real quick, and we'll go ahead and finish setting this thing up. So as you can see right here, this log does have quite a bit of knots on it. Like I said before, this tree had nothing to compete against. So pretty much on all these logs, we're going to be using these toe boards a lot. I've already cranked this toe board up. I do not have hydraulic roller toe boards or any of that fancy stuff. This is an older wood miser mill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish setting this thing up, get the clamp in. So why don't you do me a favor, go ahead, kick back, relax, grab yourself a glass of sweet tea, and take in a little bit of Southern Exposure. All right, now that we got that side done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this thing over 180 degrees and try and take it down to within striking distance of our ultimate width, which is going to be 6 inches. But before I do, let me go ahead and show you what the grain of this looks like. Okay, this right here is the fat lighter portion. Look how much sapwood that is in there. And if you wanted to take and start a fire, that's the stuff you want right there. So let me show you the blade. Okay, as you can see with this blade, there is no sap buildup. And that's due to that diesel fuel being on there. That stuff works remarkably well whenever you're dealing with really sappy wood. Works really, really well on it. You can see how green this wood is because it's already got sap coming up from where I just cut at. It's already got sap starting to bleed through there. Anyway, let's go ahead and flip this log 180 degrees and see if we can't cut it down on the other side. Maybe pull a board or two off of it. Remember, grab yourself your sweet tea, kick back, relax, take in a little bit more southern exposure. It's a pretty good thing. Okay, now that we ended up taking in, we basically got this log down to the 6 inches that we need. So we can cut our 2-inch by 6-inch, 16 foot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand this log up and I'm going to go ahead and start taking off slabs until I get within probably about 1 inch of the pith of the log, and then I'll take and roll it over and start cutting from the other side. Okay, so as you can see here, our distance right here from bark to bark, we're saying roughly around 9 inches. So we should be able to get at least 8 boards out of this. We might be able to squeeze another board out that has a little bit of weighing on it though. All right, so 9 inches. All right, let's go look at the other end. Okay, as you can see down here on the other end, we got about 16 inches. So we got a lot of, one, we got a lot of taper in this log, and two, we have a little bit of bow inside of here. So we're not even touching down here. We're actually touching up around the center bunk. All right, so the log has a little bit of bow. We got a lot of sapwood right in here, which is heart. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and kick that front toe board up. We're going to lift the front of that log up to try and center it a little bit better than what it is right now. And then we're going to go ahead and start cutting some boards out of it. The mill that I have is a manual. It's a converted manual LT35. All right. I ended up buying the hydraulic kit to change it over, and the hydraulic kit only comes with log loaders. These two hydraulic arms on the back for log rest and a turn. It doesn't have the hydraulic roller toe boards. It doesn't have the hydraulic log clamp or nothing like that. This is as basic as it gets. Probably the most souped up thing I have on this mill is a debarker. That's it. So whenever I have to take and utilize the toe board, what I have to do is there's a threaded rod that comes out right here, and this little wrench right here slides right on there, and you can take and crank it up or down to take and position it, or height. That's it. So I'll go ahead and adjust that now. We'll fire up this mill, put your eyes and ears on, and we'll go ahead and take another cut. That's it. Let me go ahead and stack these things off. We'll flip this thing over 180 degrees and go ahead and go back to cut. Alright, so we finally got done with that one log. Anyway, let me go out here and show you the board. Alright, here's our finished product. We ended up with 6 full-size 2x6 16 footers. Actually, I think these are like 17.5 foot. So I cut off a little bit more than what I had to, but it's all good. A couple of these boards I'll probably just give to him because they had some weighing on the sides. All this lumber is going for a barn for him to work on, so I think he's probably going to enjoy it. So, with that said, thank you for watching. Hope this video has been educational, and share this video with your friends. They might enjoy it as well. With that said, God bless.